A storm is gathering in military aviation. Russia's Su-57, the Felon, is about to get a game-changing upgrade, the 3M-22 Zircon hypersonic missile. This isn't just a new weapon, it's a leap into a new era of warfare, pairing a stealthy fifth-generation fighter with a missile that travels at over 5 times the speed of sound. Russia is rewriting the rules. The world's militaries are watching closely. For years, the Su-57's true capabilities were debated, but with Zircon it's no longer just a fighter, it's a strategic weapon carrier. This upgrade could force the US and its allies to rethink air and naval defense strategies. Imagine a small group of Su-57s flying low and undetected, launching Zircon missiles at a naval fleet. The missiles would reach their targets in seconds, leaving almost no time to react. This is the nightmare scenario now facing military planners. The era of hypersonic warfare has begun, and the Su-57 Felon armed with Zircon is leading the charge. The West's long-held air power dominance is under threat. Stealth fighters like the F-22 and F-35 were designed to be untouchable, but a hypersonic missile changes the equation. It doesn't matter if you see the launch platform, if you can't stop the weapon it fires. The Su-57 and Zircon combo is a direct challenge to Western air superiority. The implications are huge. Defense networks worldwide are under pressure. The Felon's new claws mark the dawn of a new, more dangerous age. The Su-57 is Russia's answer to America's stealth jets, a large twin-engine fighter built for air superiority, ground attack, and maritime strike. Its design blends wings and fuselage for reduced radar visibility, with weapons hidden in internal bays and radar-absorbent skin. While not as stealthy as the F-22 or F-35, it's far harder to detect than older Russian jets. The Su-57's edge isn't just stealth, it's super maneuverability, thanks to thrust vectoring engines that allow wild aerial acrobatics. In a dogfight, this agility could be decisive. The Felon is packed with advanced sensors, a powerful AESA radar, smaller radars in the wings and tail, and an infrared search and track system. This gives the pilot a 360-degree view and the ability to hunt without revealing their position. All this data is fused and displayed on panoramic cockpit screens. The Su-57 is designed to be a hunter, stealthy at long range, deadly up close. Its combination of stealth, agility, and sensors makes it a formidable threat. The Felon is Russia's most advanced fighter, and now, it's about to become even more dangerous. With the Zircon, it's not just a hunter, it's a predator with a new kind of bite. The 3M-22 Zircon isn't just another missile, it's a technological marvel. As a hypersonic glide vehicle, it travels at speeds up to Mach 9, over 6,900 miles per hour. At that velocity, it can cross the distance between major cities in minutes. Its speed gives defenders almost no time to react, but speed is only part of the story. The Zircon is shrouded in a plasma cloud during flight, absorbing radar waves and making it nearly invisible. It flies low and can maneuver unpredictably, evading interceptors and confusing defense systems. Unlike ballistic missiles, its path isn't predictable. The Zircon's kinetic energy alone is devastating, enough to rip through a warship's hull. Add a conventional warhead, and it can destroy even the most heavily armored targets. Designed primarily as an anti-ship missile, it's a nightmare for naval commanders. The combination of speed, stealth, and maneuverability makes it almost impossible to stop. The Zircon is a ship killer, plain and simple. Its arrival signals a new era in missile warfare. Defending against it will require entirely new technologies. Mounting the Zircon on the Su-57 is a force multiplier. The Su-57's stealth allows it to sneak close to targets, delivering the Zircon where it's most effective. The missile is large, so it will likely be carried externally, sacrificing some stealth for firepower. The tactic dash in, launch from standoff range, and escape before defenses can respond. This creates a layered threat. Defenders must track both the stealthy jet and the hypersonic missile. By the time they react, it may be too late. The Su-57's range, combined with the Zircon's, means vast areas are now within reach. A Felon taking off from Kaliningrad could threaten targets across Europe without leaving friendly airspace. This changes the strategic map, creating massive no-go zones for adversaries. The integration isn't just technical, it's a new doctrine for power projection. Russia is betting on this combo to deter and disrupt Western forces. The Felon and Zircon together are more than the sum of their parts. It's a new kind of threat. fast, stealthy, and nearly impossible to counter. Air-launched hypersonic missiles upend the rules of air combat. The Su-57, armed with Zircon, isn't just a fighter, it's a strategic strike platform. Defenses must now stop not just enemy planes but the unstoppable missiles they carry. Existing systems like Patriot and Aegis struggle to keep up with hypersonic threats. The psychological impact is huge. Just the possibility of a Felon with Zircon changes how commanders plan and operate. Naval fleets may be forced farther from shore and high-value assets become more vulnerable. This is anti-access/area denial in action, creating bubbles where adversaries can't operate safely. The F-22 and F-35 now face a new mission, hunting Su-57s before they can launch. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, with the balance of power in the air up for grabs. The Su-57 and Zircon combo is a wake-up call for Western air forces. The air war is evolving, and fast. Aircraft carriers have long symbolized naval power, but the Zircon missile threatens to change that. Launched from a stealthy Su-57, Zircon can strike carriers before defenses can react. The US Navy's Aegis system is powerful, but it wasn't built for this kind of speed and unpredictability. Carrier groups may have to operate farther from hostile shores, reducing their effectiveness. More resources will be needed for self-defense, weakening offensive capabilities. New technologies, lasers, advanced electronic warfare, are urgently needed to counter hypersonic threats. The Su-57 and Zircon aren't just a threat to carriers, any major surface ship is at risk. Russia can now hold critical assets at risk, deterring intervention and leveling the naval playing field. The era of uncontested Western naval supremacy is ending. Air-launched hypersonic weapons are rewriting the rules at sea. The Su-57 and Zircon combo is formidable, but can Russia field it at scale? The Su-57 program has faced delays, high costs, and limited production. Only a handful are operational, far from the numbers needed for widespread impact. Engine development is ongoing, with the next-gen Izdalia 30 still in the works. Until then, the Felon can't reach its full potential. Integrating a massive hypersonic missile onto a fighter is a huge engineering challenge. Russia's economy, strained by sanctions and military spending, may limit how many Felons and Zircons it can build. Technical and financial hurdles could keep this threat niche for now. The world is watching to see if Russia can turn this concept into a true game changer. Russia isn't alone in the hypersonic race. The US and China are sprinting to master this technology. China's DF-17 and ship-launched hypersonic missiles threaten US forces in the Pacific. The US is investing billions in hypersonic weapons and defenses, but progress is uneven. DARPA, the Army, Navy, and Air Force are all racing to catch up. Hypersonic weapons blur the line between conventional and nuclear war. Defenders may not know what's coming until it's too late. This raises the risk of catastrophic miscalculation in a crisis. Decision times for leaders shrink from hours to minutes. As major powers develop these weapons, others will follow, sparking regional arms races. The technology will spread, and without treaties, there's nothing to slow proliferation. The world is entering a more dangerous, unpredictable era. Hypersonic weapons are destabilizing the global balance. The arms race is on, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The future of warfare is arriving at Mach speed. The Su-57 Felon and Zircon missile are more than hardware. They're a sign of a changing world. Speed, stealth, and automation now define the battlefield. Existing defense systems are at risk, and new technologies are urgently needed. The hype may outpace reality. Russia faces real production and technical challenges, but the arms race between offense and defense is relentless. Air-launched hypersonic weapons force us to confront tough questions about global security. Are we heading toward a more unstable world, or can new arms control measures keep pace? The Felon with Zircon is a symbol of this new era, both marvel and warning. The future will be shaped by how we respond to these incredible and terrifying technologies.